Now, I can't say shipping gonna be the fastest on these third-party little sites, but man, so we quite essentially know that Nike released the shoe, right? Nike released the shoe this morning for $190. That was the going rate for the signature sneaker. Now, I'm here to tell you, as you guys can see right here on Google, just type in Caitlin Clark Kobe 5. StockX, currently right now, they're going for $345. On GOAT,
the Caitlin Clark signature Nike basketball shoes experienced immediate sellout conditions within 10 minutes of their official release, triggering substantial secondary market activity across major resale platforms. The shoes launched with a retail price of $190 before stock depletion created premium pricing opportunities. Nike's initial release included approximately 13,000 pairs across various sizes, with complete inventory exhaustion occurring rapidly following the morning launch. This scarcity immediately drove consumers to secondary marketplaces seeking available inventory at elevated price points.
On ABC regular season average 2025 WNBA coverage across ESPN is up 14% from last season. The first time these two teams tangled up this year, they did 2.2. The second time these teams tangled up, they did 2.2. Folks, it's getting to a point where, remember last year, every Caitlin Clark game, we were just expecting 1 million. Yeah, it's going to do 1 million. Yeah, it's going to do it. It's to the point where if Caitlin Clark...
StockX currently lists the Caitlin Clark Kobe 5 collaboration shoes at $35 for available sizes, representing an 82% markup from original retail pricing. Platform inventory shows limited availability with only 19 pairs remaining in size 9.5 as demand continues exceeding supply. GOAT Marketplace displays even higher pricing at $386 for most sizes, with some specific measurements reaching $413 for size 7.5. The platform has demonstrated rapid price appreciation throughout the day as inventory levels decrease across all size categories.
They're going for $386. In Flight Club, you're looking at $375. Must mind you, these sneakers was just released a few hours ago. These sneakers were retail for $190. This is the Caitlin Clark Defect. Now, I'm telling you, within the next hour or by the time this video drops, expect these numbers to change. Now, a lot of these sizes here may be fluctuating as well.
Flight Club, another premium sneaker platform, shows pricing at $30-$75 for standard sizes, while smaller measurements command premium rates. Size 7 pairs currently list at $550, reflecting the heightened demand from consumers with smaller foot measurements. Price volatility remains significant throughout the day, with values fluctuating hourly as supply and demand dynamics shift across different platforms. Some sizes have experienced price jumps to $500 within individual platform sessions, demonstrating the active trading environment.
Is on CBS, ABC, and I'm gonna throw ESPN in the mix too until I'm proven otherwise. If Caitlin Clark's on ABC, CBS, or ESPN, I would be shocked if she doesn't do at least 2 million. I think we are at that point. Caitlin Clark is officially always been, always will be the main attraction in the WNBA. This was the third most watched WNBA.
Market analysis indicates these shoes represent one of the highest demand athletic footwear releases in recent memory, comparable to limited edition Jordan releases and exclusive collaborations. The combination of Clark's popularity and limited production has created ideal conditions for premium secondary pricing. Industry observers note that special edition Kobe releases historically maintain values in the $2,000 range, suggesting potential long-term appreciation for the Clark collaboration. The basketball legend's posthumous brand continues commanding premium pricing across all product categories.
Now, while that load, let me go over this here with you guys. So a lot of these sizes and stuff might be fluctuating. So for the people that, wondering if your size available, I'm here to tell you, you're going to find your size, but you're going to have to quick, fast, and in a hurry find your size. So as of right now, size 9.5 men's, only 19 left. Guys, Nike released 13,000 shoes, bro. StockX right now only got 19 shoes left for the 9.5. These
Platform shipping times vary significantly, with GOAT typically providing fastest delivery options while StockX and Flight Club may require extended processing periods. Consumers seeking immediate acquisition face trade-offs between platform reliability and delivery speed. Predictions suggest pricing could reach $2,000 $3,000 range by week's end as initial supply shock continues affecting market dynamics. The One of the Ones designation reflects shoes expected to maintain long-term collectible value beyond initial hype cycles.
A game ever on ABC. Do you want to know the other two games? Do you guys want to know the other two games? Opening weekend, I should say. Chicago Sky versus the Indiana Fever. That did 2.7 million with a peak of 3.1 viewers. That's a Caitlin Clark game. And then last year, Fever versus the Storm. 2.2 million viewers at the time. That was the most viewed W.
Additional Caitlin Clark Kobe collaboration models are scheduled for October release, featuring white and sky blue colorway options. Early previews suggest these upcoming designs may surpass current models in aesthetic appeal and market demand. The October release represents another opportunity for consumers who missed initial availability, though similar supply constraints are anticipated given the current market response. Pre-release speculation indicates comparable or greater demand for the alternative colorway.
These are these sneakers here. What just happened? Okay, so these are these sneakers here, bro. So let's scroll down to see how many sizes left. Now, this is just one site. This is StockX. Now, these are, some other Kobe's. Now, these are other Kobe prices down here, bro. Kobe 5s. And as y'all can see, they're in the $2,000 range. Now, these ain't Caitlin Clark shoes, but I promise you, any amount of money, Caitlin Clark shoes, expect these shoes to get in 1,000.
Consumer engagement across social media platforms has amplified market awareness and demand, with successful purchasers showcasing acquisitions and creating additional visibility for the product line. This organic marketing effect continues driving secondary market interest. Size availability varies across platforms, with smaller measurements consistently commanding highest premiums due to demographic demand patterns. Women's sizing shows particular scarcity as female basketball fans represent significant market segment for Clark-branded merchandise.
NBA game on ABC ever, and she eclipsed that this year when she went up against the Sky, and she equaled that this year when she went up against the New York Liberty. As the WNBA would say, all eyes on the W. All eyes on the W. All eyes are on Caitlin Clark. Don't you dare get it twisted. All eyes are on Caitlin Clark. Eyes on what? Eyes on who?
The Caitlin Clark effect demonstrates her commercial influence extending beyond basketball performance into lifestyle and fashion categories. Her crossover appeal attracts consumers beyond traditional basketball audiences, expanding market demand significantly. Retail exclusivity strategies have proven effective in creating immediate scarcity and demand, though consumer frustration with availability limitations may impact future release strategies. Nike's distribution decisions balance exclusivity with accessibility concerns.
$1,000 range. Yes, guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm finna order me a pair. These shoes right here are going to go into the $1,000 range. These are special Kobe shoes, bro. I'm telling you right now. And then these are other Kobe sneakers here. But as y'all can see, when it's special releases, special editions are like this. So as of right now, they're sitting at the average going price on StockX. Now, this is StockX.
Investment potential appears substantial for consumers who secured retail pricing, with immediate returns exceeding most traditional investment vehicles. However, sneaker market volatility presents risks for speculative purchasing at secondary market prices. Platform authentication services provide buyer protection but add processing time and fees to transactions. Legitimate marketplace utilization becomes crucial as counterfeit products inevitably enter secondary markets following popular releases. The collaboration represents successful brand partnership between Nike, Kobe's estate, and Clark's emerging personal brand. Strategic alignment creates value for all stakeholders while generating significant consumer interest and media coverage.
Yeah, all eyes on Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Nerdspin. All eyes on the needle mover, CC. All eyes on Caitlin Clark, and y'all know it. should have advertised more for these games. All eyes on Caitlin Clark. 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 Folks, I got to be honest. This was not primetime basketball. Remember, the Chicago Sky versus the Indiana Fever.
Historical precedent suggests initial price spikes may moderate as secondary supply increases, though unique factors surrounding Clark's popularity and Kobe's legacy may maintain premium pricing longer than typical releases. Consumer behavior patterns show willingness to pay substantial premiums for culturally significant athletic footwear, particularly when associated with breakthrough athletes and established legends. This psychological factor supports sustained elevated pricing. Geographic demand distribution likely favors markets with strong basketball cultures and Clark fan base concentration, though global sneaker collecting community represents significant international demand source.
It's currently $325, bro. $325. Now let's head on over to another platform. Now I normally get all my kicks from either GOAT, Fly Club, or somewhere like that because they're shipping faster. Now StockX shipping might take a little minute, man, but GOAT pretty quick about this. Now look, already, y'all remember how I told you that the numbers are going to fluctuate throughout the day. The numbers already $7.5, $413, bro.
Professional athletes and celebrities acquiring these shoes create additional visibility and social proof, potentially driving further demand increases among aspirational consumers seeking association with elite performance culture. The release timing coincides with peak basketball season and Clark's continued prominence in sports media, maximizing exposure and maintaining demand momentum throughout the critical initial sales period. Future release strategies may incorporate lessons learned from this initial launch, potentially adjusting production quantities or distribution methods to balance exclusivity with broader accessibility goals. Secondary market success validates Nike's strategic decision to partner with Clark during her rookie season, demonstrating commercial viability of women's basketball athlete endorsements when properly executed and marketed.
In prime time, without Caitlin Clark, did big numbers. Wait until we see Caitlin Clark in prime time on national TV, basic cable. Wait until you see a Caitlin Clark game at 7:30 p.m. on ABC, 8 o'clock p.m. on CBS. I think that's going to get us our 3 million average. I think something we haven't seen before is going to get us our 3 million average. Caitlin Clark in prime time, Caitlin Clark in the playoffs, regardless.
The shoes represent convergence of multiple cultural trends, including women's sports growth, sneaker collecting culture, and celebrity athlete branding, creating unprecedented demand dynamics for this product category. Consumer education about authentication and legitimate purchasing channels becomes increasingly important as market values climb and counterfeit risks increase across unofficial sales platforms. Long-term value retention will depend on Clark's continued basketball success and cultural relevance, making these shoes both fashion statements and speculative investments tied to her career trajectory. The immediate market response establishes benchmark expectations for future Clark signature releases and demonstrates commercial potential for expanded product lines across multiple categories beyond basketball footwear.
$413 for 7.5. Trying to tell you, bro. 7.5, $413. Best price. Best price, bro. I can't make this up. I'm telling you, these shoes are going to be in the $2,000 to $3,000 range by Friday. I can promise you that. I'm telling you right now. They're going to be up there. They're one of the ones. Y'all ever heard one of the ones?
Platform competition for exclusive inventory drives pricing variations, creating opportunities for informed consumers to identify optimal purchasing channels while navigating supply constraints and pricing premiums. Caitlin Clark's signature Nike Kobe Bryant Player Edition sneakers have achieved remarkable commercial success, selling out completely within 10 minutes of their initial release. This rapid sellout demonstrates the substantial market demand for products associated with the Indiana Fever star. The Kobe Vor Pro PE sneakers featuring Clark's branding launched today with a retail price of $190, coinciding with the release of her new Nike commercial yesterday. The timing of these launches appears strategically coordinated to maximize promotional impact and consumer awareness.
As long as it's on ABC or CBS, that's going to get us our 3 million. Caitlin Clark in prime time, or Caitlin Clark in playoffs on basic cable, that's going to get us our $3 million. Another bonus that we are seeing. Finally, The Rock has come back to Indiana. Sorry, folks, I had to do that. Yahoo Sports. Not this shoe company, not this shoe.
Initial market response exceeded expectations, with secondary market prices on platforms like StockX immediately jumping to $330.50 range. These elevated resale values indicate strong collector interest and limited supply availability relative to consumer demand. Reports suggest Nike produced approximately 13,000 pairs for the initial release, creating scarcity that contributed to the rapid sellout. This limited production strategy aligns with typical practices for special edition athletic footwear releases. The significance of receiving a Kobe Bryant Player Edition extends beyond typical endorsement arrangements. Bryant's posthumous brand maintains extremely selective partnerships, making Clark's inclusion particularly noteworthy within basketball culture. Other professional players rarely receive such specialized Kobe collaborations.
These are one-in-ones, bruh. You got to have them in your collection because they're going to have value. Hold up. I didn't show y'all the page. So, look, as y'all can see here, look, it just went up to $500. Look, $500. It just jumped up to $500 right there, bro. Caitlin Clark Kobe shoes on StockX. On GOAT. So this is GOAT. Now let's head on over to Flight Club. Flight Club here. So Flight Club is a big-time sneaker platform. Guys, this is where
Nike's official announcement emphasized Clark's previous use of various Kobe models during competition, establishing the foundation for this specialized player edition. The company highlighted her demonstrated preference for these designs throughout her professional career. Comparisons to Sabrina Ionescu's relationship with the Kobe brand provide context for understanding these partnerships. Ionescu's close personal connection with Bryant and her subsequent Nike arrangements demonstrate the brand's approach to meaningful athlete relationships rather than purely commercial considerations.
Shoehead Twitter page, not that Shoehead YouTube page. No, Yahoo Sports. What we think is a reputable company. We think Yahoo Sports is reputable. They are actually coming out and reaffirming that June 30th, we might actually be getting this Caitlin Clark Nike Kobe 5 Player Edition. Indiana Fever colors. This is set to drop.
The sneaker release strategy reflects broader trends in athletic footwear marketing, where limited availability creates heightened consumer interest and premium pricing. This approach benefits both the brand and athlete through enhanced perceived value and exclusivity. Nike's commercial timing demonstrates sophisticated marketing coordination, using multimedia approaches to build anticipation and awareness. The advertisements released preceding the sneaker launch maximize promotional effectiveness and consumer engagement. Secondary market dynamics reveal the product's immediate collectible status, with resale prices indicating strong investment potential. These elevated values suggest lasting appeal beyond initial release enthusiasm.